This is Jamie TKV. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Hello everybody, you're doing well? Great. Now Fabio Wardley is the British heavyweight champion, obvious, right? And for him to win it outright, which of course is what he said to me in our last podcast, he has to defend it 3 times. As of right now, he hasn't defended it at all, okay? He won that belt when it was vacant against Nathan Gorman, and his last fight against Michael Coffey, obviously that wasn't for the British title. So when you look at the British heavyweight rankings, it's actually a very, very small pool of opponents that he could choose. 3 to defend that belt against. Now, of course, people can have their opinions as to who's easier and who's more and who's harder, who Fabio would beat, who Fabio wouldn't, etc., etc. But the pool is actually quite small. Now, obviously, the top guys, if you can see it right here, the top guys like Joshua, like Dillian Whyte, like Dubois, Chisora, Joyce, Hughie Fury's not here. He should be here, but he's not. None of them are going to fight for the British, okay? They've already been there and done that. So the pool is very, very small. So when you look at Fabio Wardley, number 7, let's go down the list. Number 8, Jack Massey. Well, Jack Massey, he lost his last fight, and that was his debut at heavyweight. So he's only had 1 fight at heavyweight, and he lost that one against Joseph Parker. So for him to be eligible, he's going to have to come back and have a win or 2 in the heavyweight division to be eligible to fight Fabio Wardley for that belt. Number 9, Fraser Clark. Yes, he is eligible. We know the British Box Border Control already ordered that. And then they decided to go a different route or postpone that kind of route at least anyway. So Fraser Clark, he's an option. Number 10, David Allen. He's obviously an option as well. Number 11, David Adelaide. We're hearing that the British Box Border Control could actually order David Adelaide against Fabio Wardley next. Okay. Number 12 is the English heavyweight champion, Solomon Dakers. Number 13, Nathan Gorman. But currently he's ineligible. Obviously he fought Fabio for that a vacant title and he got stopped, and that was his last fight, so he needs at least a win or 2 to get back in there. Number 14, Steve Robinson, he's eligible as well. Number 15, Johnny Fisher, he's eligible. And number 16, Jamie TKV, he is eligible also. But Jamie TKV, obviously that isn't going to happen. They're stablemates, okay? They both train with Ben Davison and what have you. So that is very, very unlikely to happen. I won't say it won't happen, I'm saying unlikely to happen because of that reason. Number 17, Moses Tuma, well, he's too young. Okay, so he's not eligible to fight for the title. And number 18, Tommy Welsh. Well, firstly, he's a bum. And secondly, he's had 11 pro fights and only done 6-rounders. So he's not eligible, is he? Okay, he needs a win, at least doing an 8-rounder or competing in an 8-rounder. Now, so that pretty much leaves only, 6 potential opponents. So Fabio Wardley is going to have to go through 3 of those. Now, over the next several months, things could change. Of course, they could. But as of right now, I mean, who's really ones that they like to see? Would you like to see him take on Fraser Clark? Yeah, why not? Dave Allen? Yeah, why not? David Adelaide? Yeah, why not? Solomon Dakers, the English champion. I mean, I suppose you could say out of all of them, because he's the English champion, he's earned the right to fight for the British. That's arguable, yeah? It is going through the traditional route, English champion, then on to British. Nathan Gorman, as we've already said. Okay, Steve Robinson. Okay, he's defeated the equivalent to the English heavyweight champion in Nick Campbell. He knocked out Nick Campbell in 4 rounds. Nick Campbell was the Scottish heavyweight champion. So it's the equivalent to the English. It's the same level. So technically, Steve Robinson is pretty much there with Solomon Dakers, isn't he? So he's certainly eligible. Number 15, Johnny Fisher. He is eligible, but would Eddie Hearn put Johnny Fisher in there with Fabio Wardley? I would say unlikely, because both of them are very popular lads, and for one of them to lose the fight, I don't think that's something that Eddie Hearn would be risking. So I really don't. And as I said about Jamie TKV, obviously he's a stablemate to Fabio Wardley. So really, it's only between Fraser Clark, Dave Allen, David Adelaide, Solomon Dakers and Steve Robinson. 5. So he's going to have to choose 3 of those currently. As I said, things could change. Obviously, people are going to have fights and whatever, like Steve Robinson, he's going to take on another undefeated fighter in Franklin Ignatius next time round. Steve wins that one, that'll boost his ranking. If he loses that one, obviously Franklin Ignatius will then become eligible into it as well. But let's hope Steve Robinson wins that one. I'm pretty sure he will, but let's hope so. But is he likely to fight Fabio Wardley next, straight after? I wouldn't have thought so, because that'd be very, very quick turnaround, unless of course Steve Robinson does an absolute number on Franklin Ignatius and gets him out of there in the first 2 or 3 rounds. Then maybe it could happen, but I imagine Fabio will probably fight, say, Dave Allen next or Solomon Dakers. I think the David Adelaide one, I mean, I don't really know why they're waiting for the British Box Border Control to order that. Why don't Queensberry and Matchroom just speak and say, okay, let's get it on next? Why not? Why do you have to wait for the board to order it? Just get the fight on. Anyway, so as I said, so really there's only like 5 potential opponents that Fabio Wardley is going to have to go through the gauntlet of by choosing 3 of them. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.